Hello, my friends. Let's talk about this company called Bandcamp, who recently came out with a public announcement that they would be banning wholly AI generated, if I may add, music, or substantially AI generated music. It is very important for me to let you know it is not an outright ban on AI music. So before you click on the clickbaity titles that says Bandcamp's banned all AI music, let me clarify it for you. That is not the case. Now you need to understand organizations like Bandcamp have a vision and mission that is aligned with spreading the healing power of music by building a community where artists thrive through the direct support of their fans. They also went further to state they believe that a human connection found through music is a vital part of our society, a vital part of our culture, and you shouldn't begrudge them for that. That's their business model, that's their customer base, and they're doing very well with it, right? Musicians, in their mind, are more than mere producers of sound. They see musicians as members of our community, of our culture, and of our social fabric. And Bandcamp was built to directly connect artists and their fans. They went further to state, our guidelines for generative AI in music and audio are as follows. Music and audio that is generated wholly or in substantial part by AI is not permitted on Bandcamp. Any use of AI tools to impersonate other artists or styles is strictly prohibited in accordance with our existing policies prohibiting impersonation and intellectual property infringement. If you encounter music or audio that appears to be entirely or with heavy reliance on generative AI, please use our reporting tools to flag the content for review by our team. We reserve the right to remove any music on suspicion of being AI generated. With this policy, we're putting human creativity first, and we will be sure to communicate any updates. See? So they're letting you know that there could be updates in the future, but right now, they're telling you as the AI space rapidly changes, we could make adjustments, but right now we're saying we don't want wholly or substantially generated AI music. Now, listen to this jam I'm playing in the background. When you see me playing, would you know that this is AI generated? Listen for a few moments.
Phil's in the house. Let's get crazy. Let's get funky. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So it can be a little bit hard to tell, almost tricky, right? Especially as AI is getting better and better. Now, what I would recommend for Bandcamp is for them to have a more specific model, a more deliberate model similar to my fill-aim taxonomy approach. In my fill-aim taxonomy, we have level 0 to level 8. Level 0 is I ain't touching that thing. Level 1 is I'll use it for administrative stuff. And that does not come across in the music. Level 2 is I'll use it for a creative spark, an idea about what to write on. That's not touching the music proper. It's the idea, but the human drives the idea to completion and execution. Then we get to level 3, where we begin using AI for mixing and mastering. So my question to Bandcamp would be, is using AI for entire mastering and mixing against what they see as being substantial? You see why you need more specificity around what is substantial? Because part of the musicianship is in the mixing and the mastering. So if they ban AI for mixing and mastering, substantially, would we fall into that bucket? Or does it not touch that? Then we get to level 4. And in level 4, you as a creative, you are beginning to use artificial intelligence tools, but not completely. You're using these artificial intelligence tools as a, should say, partner to begin creating background tracks. It's not like full, but it's background stuff. Not really a substantial lead part. So my question again would be, okay, is using AI to create background vocals, backing instruments, but I am the lead vocalist or I am the lead instrumentalist? Is that okay? You see, because it's not very clear. When we say substantial, it could be, well, I used AI for everything, but I'm the lead vocal. Would that be considered wrong? You see why we gotta go beyond just the high level, well, don't use AI completely. Well, are we saying that if I had, let's say, a singer, let's say Taylor is singing on a track that has no human singing or playing, but it's her in the lead. So what are we saying about that? You get why the fill-aim taxonomy needs to be used on a greater scale, because it's not enough to say, oh, I used it for mixing and mastering. Okay, did you use it for background vocals? Yes. Did you use it for the background instrumentation? Yes. Did you use it for the lead vocal? No, I didn't. You see why level 4, we gotta understand background content versus lead vocal, okay? Level 3 would be, okay, well, we don't have any AI in the creativity of the actual music, but we do have it in the sonic sculpting of the engineering. You see the difference between level 3 and level 4. Then we get to level 5. And at level 5, this is where you have a partnership in the sense that you could have some human lead vocal and instrumentation, and you could also have some AI lead vocal and instrumentation. It could be shared. You see what I'm saying at level 5? Level 6 is there's no human in any lead part, but there is a human behind the scene, whether you brought the song, the melody, whether you were the curator, the prompt curator, but you were not participating in any of the singing, any of the playing, nothing like that. That would be level 6. You see, and I think a lot of people are level 6. So if these folks at Bandcamp and other places said, okay, we're not going to allow a level 6, we'll allow a level 5. Now we're talking. But we can get even more specific in level 5. We can say we'll allow input from the AI only for backing instruments, but not for backing vocals, or not for anything more than 16 bars or 8 bars or whatever. So taking a look at what Bandcamp has here, I don't begrudge him. I think it's good. I think it is a good model for them. It's not an easy decision, but it's one that they needed to stand by. But even then, it's not clear enough. I think they need to go the extra mile and use a taxonomy such as my Fail AIM taxonomy and make it clear you can have a lead vocalist with background instruments, or you could have a lead instrumentalist with background accompaniment, whatever that is, because it's very subjective when you say substantial. What do we mean by substantial? Does it mean we need a lead human in the lead role? If that's what we're talking about, let's come up front and make it clear. I think there's more specificity needed in these kinds of conditions. All right, my friends, let's get jamming. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining, my friends. Like and subscribe.